let's check out what's going on with Deno versus Oracle, and then
thought about
MIT, and then
JavaScript?
games are
The answer may
dying
surprise
out.
you. At this point, it feels so common that it's kind of like asking who owns water. But if we've learned anything from Nestle, it's that corporate greed has no limit. And to make it even worse, the actual owner of JavaScript didn't create it, doesn't maintain it, and isn't even involved in its ongoing development. I could literally be thrown in prison for broadcasting the words
he's just a figurehead
without the express written consent of the Oracle Corporation. But there's one guy who took a look at this mess and, in a stunning act of developer heroism or sheer boredom, decided to pick a legal battle against a company with unlimited resources. In today's video, we'll break down the crazy battle to control the JavaScript.
These guys get like government contracts sometimes, right? Maybe even military contracts.
But I think this whole problem first started in 1995.
These guys are backed by the government.
At the time, websites were simple static documents, and the way you viewed them was most likely using the Netscape Navigator browser. The founder of Netscape, Mark Andreessen, had a vision for the web that made it more than just a way to share and distribute documents. He envisioned a more dynamic platform with rich client-side interactivity. And to achieve this, you need to put a programming language inside the browser. And there was one obvious choice at the time: Scheme. Developed in the 1970s at MIT, Scheme was a minimal, lightweight, embeddable dialect of Lisp. It's got first-class functions, closures, and dynamic typing, and there was only one man in the world up to the challenge of
Lisp
adding it
is
to
a little
Netscape
fucking weird.
Navigator,
I had to
Brendan
fuck with
Eich.
that a little
By
bit.
the time he had joined the company on that vision, Netscape and Sun Microsystems, the owner of the newly created awesome programming language Java, had made a, quote, wide-ranging agreement for product distribution and technology exchange. That meant the Scheme dream was over, and the Java nightmare was about to begin. However, they couldn't just put Java in the browser, because the language needed to be dumbed down enough
for class just to try it out.
From there, as the
It was
legend
weird.
states, in just
I don't
10
like
days,
it.
Brennan created the first version of the language.
Right, after coding in like Java and Python and shit,
of
like,
Smalltalk,
yeah,
and
no,
because
this
of the
is
collaboration with Sun Microsystems, the syntax of Java. Eventually, the name Mocha was changed to LiveScript, then LiveScript to JavaScript as a marketing ploy to ride the hype train of Java at the time. It's hard to believe, but back then people thought Java was a good programming language, but most importantly, it gave Sun the legal grounds to trademark the JavaScript name. Fast forward to today, and Sun doesn't even exist, as it blew up in the dot-com bubble and sold to Oracle in 2010, which gave them control of the JavaScript trademark. Like, have you ever wondered why the official language spec for JavaScript is called ECMAScript? And why is there no JavaScript conference or JavaScript newsletter? Well, it's all because of Larry.
Larry
Bananas! Oracle is a company that's more involved in sailboat racing than the JavaScript ecosystem, and can choose to sue your ass if you dare to use the magic word. So how do we fix this? Well, it's simple. You build up a decade of goodwill, then ask them kindly to release the trademark. And when they ignore you, you sue them. At least that's exactly the path Ryan Dull has taken, the creator of Node.js and founder of Deno. Ryan wrote an open letter to Oracle back in 2022 on his personal blog, claiming the trademark is a dark cloud looming over the world's most popular programming language. And the best value Oracle could derive from the trademark would be from the goodwill it receives by granting it to the public domain. After that was ignored, he created
people forget. Yes, Oracle is in a sense open source, but at the same time they've been trying to like,
in short, it's because Oracle has never offered
close
a product
it off
called JavaScript, and that the term JavaScript has become
and make
so
you buy
licensing,
licenses, fee.
The trademark should be considered abandoned according to the
they're basically trying to create a monopoly on it.
Trademark code. And oh, by the way,
without really
renewed the JavaScript trademark
to
in 2019 by submitting Node.js as evidence of Oracle's use in commerce, a project which ironically Ryan created and has no involvement from Oracle. As of today, this letter has received over 26,000 signatures of support, including one of them from Brendan Eich himself and many prominent members of the JavaScript community, and Oracle has completely ignored it. This led to Ryan and Deno formally filing a petition with the USPTO to cancel the trademark a few months later in November of 2024. This forced Oracle to respond after delaying until after the deadline, when they submitted a partial motion disputing the fraud claim by saying that the fact they submitted note as evidence of proof was irrelevant, since they also submitted another project called Oracle Jet. If we have any Oracle Jet users in the room, please raise your hand. But I had never heard of it, and apparently it's a UI toolkit based on modern JavaScript, CSS3, and HTML5. After going back and forth and paying lawyers to repeat a few of the same arguments, the Trademark Trial and Appeal Board sided with Oracle and dismissed Deno's fraud claim, stating the Node.js screenshot isn't fraud by itself, and that fraud will require a specific false statement or knowledge and intent to deceive. And just a few weeks ago, Oracle also addressed the two other claims, again denying that JavaScript is a generic term and that the trademark has been abandoned. So what's next? In short, more lawyers. Both sides will go to discovery, where they'll set some ground rules and keep gathering evidence over the next year. From there, they'll present in the summer of 2026 with closing arguments coming later that year.
They're in legal battles
and we should have
now.
a final decision from the government sometime before January 2027. Win or lose, though, using the JavaScript trademark freely isn't going to help you write better code. And that's why you need to check out Atlassian, the sponsor of today's video. They just launched the RoboDev CLI, which transforms your terminal into an AI coding agent that speeds up your entire workflow. It can automate repetitive jobs like writing tests and reviewing pull requests, and it's intelligent enough to answer questions about specific repos in your company's codebase. That's because, unlike most AI tools, Rovo is designed specifically for professional developers working on large enterprise applications. And if your team already uses Atlassian, it works seamlessly with your Jira tickets and will update Confluence documentation for you directly from the terminal. Try out
I probably will be
with the link below.
dabbling
This has been
in
the
that.
Code Report. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
There you have it. Deno versus Oracle. Looks like they got a lawsuit. Looks like it's going for a while. Till 2027. Let's see. And this is Fireship. If you want to give a look at Fireship, they mostly do a bunch of tech news, tech cybersecurity, coding, stuff like that.
Last week, Mark Zuckerberg put a freeze on all AI hiring at Meta, just weeks after spending billions of dollars poaching top talent from competitors like OpenAI. Meanwhile, in a story few could have foreseen, everybody in Silicon Valley seems to be talking about an AI bubble, in part because it was recently revealed that 95% of AI-driven projects fail. And that's not just some random number I pulled out of nowhere.
No,
it's based
true.
on an MIT study that analyzed the results of companies using AI. It spooked investors who are relying on AI to maintain irrational exuberance in the markets, and Sam Altman himself said this: "Are we in a phase where investors as a whole are overexcited about AI? In my opinion,
yes, we are.
So in today's video, we'll find out if the
do you
AI
see
hype
how
train
many
is about
people
to
are
reach its
crazy
terminus.
over
It
AI
is
right
August
now?
25th, 2025.
Well,
and
yes,
you're watching the
don't
Code
get me
Report.
wrong,
I've
AI
been
is
using
great,
AI
but
coding
it
tools
still
from the
needs
very
time to
beginning
cook.
Because believe it or not, I actually hate writing code. I do like developing software, and the code is just a means to an end. After multiple years of using AI to write code, I still don't feel like a 10x developer. Sometimes I feel like a 2x developer, while other times I feel more like a 0.5x developer. And apparently, I'm not the only one. This recent study from MIT analyzed 300 public deployments, interviewed 150 leaders, and surveyed 350 employees connected to recent AI integrations. We're talking about 30 to 40 billion in enterprise investment into generative AI, and yet it was found that 95% of them failed to achieve the goal of rapid revenue acceleration. In fact, almost all of them experienced
couldn't
little
print
to
money.
no measurable impact on the bottom line. In addition, the study found that companies that tried to roll out their own AI tooling had a much higher failure rate, because why pay for an AI tool when you can build a worse version yourself? Companies that paid a third party were better off, and I think the moral of the story here is that it's a great time to be an enterprise AI shovel salesman. But despite the high failure rate in the study, there are some great success stories out there. Like back in 2023, enterprise software company Ignite Tech CEO Eric Vaughn fired 80% of his developers and replaced them with AI. It's now 2 years later, and he has no regrets and says the decision is now delivering 75% profit margins. And ultimately, the interpretation of the MIT study was that it's not the fault of the AI models that the AI sucks at making money.
Man, if your business model is
it's just
making
the humans
stonks
suck at
now
using
because
them.
you
It's nothing
fucking
but a
changed
skill
course,
issue.
hey, that's
the AI
on you.
integrations failed due to
you
brittle
won.
workflows, lack of context, and misalignment with day-to-day operations. Many have failed to realize that AI vibe coding is almost identical to crack. After the first hit, you feel invincible, like you could write a billion-dollar piece of software in hours. But then 200 hits later, you've got nothing but errors and a $100,000 Claude code bill, and you're still convinced that the next prompt is going to be the one that fixes it all. With all the slop intensifying, it looks like programmers should still have a job writing code for the foreseeable future, which is why you need to check out Tuple, the sponsor of today's video.
Well, I mean, how
It's a
did they
remote
make
pair
those
programming app
fucking
for
large
macOS and
language
Windows
models?
that's loved by teams at Shopify,
And all that
Clerk,
data
and many
needed
more.
to
That's
fucking
because it gives
sustain
you
AI.
high-res screen sharing sharing that lets you see the tiny text in each other's IDE, plus shared remote control with super low latency. So it feels like your team is working together on a single machine. It's like Figma and Zoom had a baby that was built specifically for developers, but the entire app is written in C++, so it won't hog all your CPU cycles either. You can try Tuple for free at the link below, or use code FIRESHIP to get a special discount for your entire team. This has been the Code Report. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
That's an interesting one. Alright, and then we got